guest this evening is the author of 5 novels and is a 2015 nominee for the John W. Campbell Award for Best New Writer. His debut, The Lives of Tao, won the Young Adult Library Services Alex Award and was a finalist for the Goodreads Choice Awards for Best Science Fiction. His next series, Time Salvagers, published by Tor Books, is scheduled for release on July 7, 2015. He hates long walks in the park and is terrified of heights. Please welcome Wesley Chu.
Sit down. Hello. Well, that's just way too high. What? Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. I'm a little unprepared today. I got some news about an hour before I got here, which basically meant I didn't bring any of my books, and I brought the wrong scene. So I was like marking it up as so hopefully we'll see what happens. So this scene is actually from a book that's coming out next year, which is Time Salvagers 2. There is a title, but I'm not allowed to say it yet because my editor hates it. So
oh, you can tell us.
It's called Time Siege, which is, I think it's okay, but I have terrible taste. And but anyway, so let's see what happens. Are you sure you weren't sent by the boys from the Praetorian Society to give old Titus one last tug of the beard before he goes off on his final light burst? Titus 2.3, Grandeur of Darkside Prime, having lived 155 Venusian years, was the oldest man on all of Venus. He was also the foremost inventor of his generation and once considered the second brightest mind of the century. Once, meaning he had just recently been bumped down to third by some upstart 19-year-old girl named Priestley. The stranger, blocking his path to his honorary light burst, craned his head back and looked at the tip of the needle-shaped rocket, scheduled to take off in the next 10 minutes. I assure you, Grandeur, as great of an honor as being granted the light burst voyage, flying into the sun is probably one of the worst ways a person could die. As soon as your heat shields, I know what fucking happens, boy! I designed this flaming contraption. It's a tradition to send us old shits off this way. Blaze of glory. Titus huffed. I have taken 4 life extensions already. That's a record, by the way. Most granted any Venusian, and frankly, my damn back is too tired to hold me up anymore. I've done more than any asshole in 3 lifetimes, and if those dumb jerk-offs want to push me out now, well, I don't have the energy to argue. The two stood at an impasse on the platform, even as the light burst shuttle's thrusters smoked and began its prediction sequence. Titus really should have buckled in by now. 5 kilometers away, watching safely in their observation tower, his family, friends, and peers were all waiting for him to commit ritual suicide. Your mind is as still sharp as ever, Titus, the stranger said. Address me as Grandeur, boy. I've earned this title. As you wish, Grandeur. I am here to offer you an opportunity to continue your work. Are you sure you're not sent by the Praetorians? I assure you I am not, Grandeur. If you do not believe me, then by all means, step into the light burst and be on your way. I won't stop you. However, my scans have confirmed that you are still healthy and may live for several more years. If you wish to put those to good use, then you should come with me. Titus hesitated. He had already said goodbye to his husband and 2 wives. He had held court for his grandchildren and played with his great-grandchildren one last time, making sure they all realized he wasn't returning from this voyage. The boys of the society had thrown him a big party and gave him a prostitute, though he didn't know what he was going to do with that young thing. Everything seemed pretty final. Still, the opportunity the stranger presented was interesting. After all, a couple of more years was nothing to sneeze at, but there was also the matter of tradition. Isn't this what you're supposed to do as an honored elder citizen of Venus? What if word got out that he skipped out on his own light burst? It'd be a scandal. Excuse me, Grandeur, but your time is running out. The light burst is going to take off in the next 6 minutes. I need to be away from this blast radius when it takes off. Regardless, you need to be on that ship or with me. Don't Don't rush me, boy, Titus snapped. Do you know who I am? Yes, Grand Juror, you are. Oh, it's being facetious. This is a big decision to make. I don't like being rushed. Where are we going anyway? A place that needs your skill and intelligence. A place where you can continue to do good work. So, can I assume you will come? Assume all you want. I'm still thinking. How did you get past security anyway? You know, I designed this entire lounge bay. Call it professional curiosity, so in my next life I can build a better system to keep creepy assholes like you out. This is a private party after all. Your 2 honor guards at the door do not know I am here. Really? Guards! Get your lazy asses in here! The stranger sighed. I really wish you didn't do that. The 2 red-clad royal honor guards came running into the room, both carrying their battery tridents. Their insect-like armor, more ceremonial than functional, were modeled after a type of old earth beetle that used to be worshipped as a god. The 2 men, however, were elite warriors specifically chosen to honor Titus 2.3's light burst. For a second, Titus feared that the stranger would use him as a human shield and that he would die at the base of his own light burst ship before even getting the chance to kill himself properly. That would have been the final indignation. To his pleasant surprise, though, the stranger did not stop Titus from waddling off to the side of safety. The first honor guard aimed his battery trident and fired a lightning arc at the stranger. The stranger tilted just a couple of centimeters to his left and let the arc shoot harmlessly past his head. You have really good reflexes, Titus observed, middly entertained. The second honor guard charged in closer and fired his trident as well. Titus's chest puffed up a little. He recognized one of his babies. It was a kinesis spear, one of his latter inventions that could wrap a kinetic field around an object and manipulate it. He watched as the blue field shot out and enveloped the stranger. Then, to his surprise, nothing happened. The field that was supposed to surround the guy just popped like a bubble. You must have a defective spear, Titus commented, his face turning a little red. Then his mouth dropped when a strange yellow crackle of energy leaped out of the stranger. At first, it looked like the battery trident had malfunctioned and was causing energy feedback. Then Titus realized that the stranger was surrounded by a nearly translucent field of yellow light. The kinesis spear exploded in the honor guard's hands, and the stranger seemed to have somehow teleported or moved really, really fast next to the guard. There was a clumsy exchange of fists, and then the honor guard flew into the air and slammed into the wall on the far side of the silo. The remaining guard fired again. This time, his lightning arc hit the stranger square in the chest, but the blue arc fragmented harmlessly off the stranger's yellow field. A similar yellow surge followed, and an invisible force struck the honor guard, cracking his chest plate in half. The impact slammed the guard into one of the railings. The stranger turned to Titus. I'm sorry that had to happen, Grand Juror. If you do not wish to come with me, I will not force you. Titus, a longtime pacifist, harumphed. You young men, always thinking with their dicks in your biceps. All right. Now you pique my curiosity. If I go with you, what's my guarantee that what you're saying is true? Would you like a cyanide pill before we leave? If you change your mind, you are free to take the pill and can still commit suicide. Titus looked at that light burst as it began its final sequence, 60 seconds before they were both burned to a crisp. It was too late to get away now anyway. It was the story of his life, always taking too long to make decisions. Oh, fine, he grumbled, though I think it's too late. In a split second, the stranger grabbed Titus and cradled him close to his body. Just as the rocket ignited, the stranger and Titus launched up the tube as if they had their own invisible rockets strapped to their asses. They shot straight through the launch opening and cleared the planet. A few minutes later, in the depths of space, Titus and the stranger watched as a spark of light erupted from Venus' surface, leaving a thin yellow trail. They floated for 20 minutes, watching his coffin disappear toward the sun. Like watching my own damn funeral, Titus grumbled. Now what? Why are we still here? It's making me dizzy. Makes me want to shit my pants. Where are we going next? He paused. How are you doing this? The stranger smiled for the first time. Please stand by. We will need to wait until we are cleared to jump back. Go figure. You hurry me up and then make me wait. How rude. What do you mean jump back anyway? Why, to the future. Titus wasn't too surprised. He had surmised as much when the stranger wielded all those weird powers. Holy hell, I knew it! Talk about bearing the lead. You know, boy, you should have just opened with that line. I'd hop in your sack right away next time. By the way, you jackasses in the future have any cures for all my maladies? Apologies, Grand Juror. There isn't a cure for old age. Fuck! Titus paused. Is the future nice at least? Like a utopian paradise? The stranger shook his head. I'd hate to disappoint you too. Fucking fuck. I might as well save the rocket then. Would you like your cyanide pill now or when we get there?